So LuvBug is it's a collective. It's 3 of us. One of us is not here right now, obviously, because Scott's actually he's on holiday right now, sunning himself. He's got the right idea.
Definitely has got the right idea.
His name's White Nerd. That's his production name. Myself and JK, and the 3 of us, we came together about 18 months ago. John and I grew up together in Woolwich.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, about 15 years ago, something like that.
I met John when I was about 15, and John started producing some stuff for me when I started working on a solo record when I was a teenager. And I met, I keep referring to him over here like he's here.
The invisible man.
And Scott, White Nerd. I've been working with Scott. He did a couple of records on a JLS album, and he comes from Manchester, and he's sort of always been around that sort of house scene, and that's sort of his favourite type of production. And I thought, once I knew that me and the boys were coming to an end sort of 18 months ago, I wanted to work on something that I was very, very, very passionate about, and stuff that I've been DJing when I've been playing out. So myself, JK and White Nerd come together and formed LuvBug. So you know what, for me it was intentional to sort of keep it a secret for a while, because, you know, coming out of JLS, I didn't want people to have a sort of misconception of what my next move would be. So I wanted to make sure that people heard the song before they knew that it was my project. And I think, you know, people watching this now may have already heard Resonance, and they might not know that it's my track. So you know, our track. So it's great really that we sort of managed to keep it a secret for a while. Though it was hard work, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was hard work. Obviously people are, you know, radio stations or whatever, like, so LuvBug, what is it, who is it? And it's kind of odd at the time to try and for someone to understand what it is until they actually know who it is and what it is. So yeah, but it'd be good for everyone to hear the music when it comes out, because doing 18 months or whatever it's been and keeping it under wraps, you kind of want everyone to hear it and see what the reaction is.
It's a whole different dynamic this time around, you know. Obviously releasing songs with JLS, you know, very fortunate to have, you know, a few #1s, and this for me has been a passion project of mine and ours for a long time now, and the reaction's been great. And for me it's all about, you know, establishing who LuvBug are and what they are, and we're kind of doing that now with, you know, our DJ sets and our productions, and sort of the song being heard on radio. So, you know, obviously it's always nice to have a hit and have, you know, high charting songs. Of course, that's always lovely. But, you know, for me, genuinely, it's not about that. It's more important about people getting the whole LuvBug collective. I'm retired from singing now. It makes me sound old, doesn't it? You know what? I don't know. I always wanted to do. If you look at like what Calvin Harris has done, and Avicii and David Guetta, you know, they're the pioneers of being sort of superstar DJs that are making records and producing massive records, massive albums. So I think Calvin Harris earned more money than Cristiano Ronaldo last year, which is
did he?
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
Which is crazy, you know. And all apart from Calvin, obviously, you know, who only just featured on one of his records on Summer. But prior to that, on the 18 Months album, every song featured a different artist, and that was a model that I wanted to emulate really, and bring in different featured vocalists. And, you know, John and I and Scott have worked with so many different people over the years that it's as simple as just picking up the phone to one of your mates and saying, can you come down? That's where Tale comes into it with Resonance, you know.
I love what Jess Glynne's doing at the moment. I think she's really good. Yeah. I mean, working with people like, you had like MNEK and Becky Hill and people like that, and all in the same sort of place. So I think Jess Glynne would be really cool. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely
Jess Glynne. And who else for me? You know what? I'd like to work with Zach Abel as well, who's, you know, he seems to be doing really big things. I love his voice, and yeah, Jess Glynne and Zach Abel will be two on the LuvBug hit list for sure.
There's a whole style of different kind of genres of deep house, in terms of some's chilled, some's kind of more clubby party records, but yeah, it's definitely a good lead-in.
Yeah,
I think,
for sure. I think, you know, if you had to have a vein run through the album, it would be that deep house sound. That's what we've kind of created, you know, and it's even moved over the last 18 months. When we started off, we had a tiny little bit of sort of EDM sounding, electronic vibe, but that we've kind of moved a little bit more soulful, housey sort of area now. There's definitely some garage influence on the album. We've done a couple of tracks, one with Becky Hill, who obviously just had a #1 with Oliver Heldens' Gecko. That track's definitely got a garage vibe to it. We also did a track with Lamar as well. Lamar's a good friend of ours, and he's writing some amazing records now. He just done a track with Benny Benassi, and he's done so many dance records, and he come down to the studio, it was about 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And that tune is like a garage record, so, and he sounds amazing on it. He sounds
does.
wicked, so yeah, I can't wait for everyone to hear that as well.